Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to MC Media's continuing live stream of the 2016 Bantam AA Provincial Hockey Championships. Come to you live from Yarmouth's Mariner Centre in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Our next featured match, the host Yarmouth Mariners against the South Shore Ice Sharks. As it turns out, this is the second to last game of the round-robin portion of the tournament, and this game is incredibly meaningful. The bottom line for this game is that whoever wins the game is going to make it on to the probably the number 3 seed in the semifinals coming on later tomorrow. Lose the game and you're likely out of the playoff scenario. If they tie, I don't even want to get started because a whole lot of tiebreakers could be under play. Both of these teams know each other very well, both part of the same league, the Mainland Nova Scotia Hockey League. During the regular season, the South Shore Ice Sharks finished first with a 16-5-3 record, and the Yarmouth Mariners finished second with a 15-6-3 record, just 2 points behind. During the regular season, they were pretty much split in their games, Yarmouth defeating South Shore on the road 4-3, South Shore coming back and defeating Yarmouth 3-1 here in Yarmouth, and the last game and their last match of the regular season, Yarmouth defeated South Shore 7-1. Here in this tournament, to get to this point, South Shore's already played, both teams are 1-1-1. South Shore with a 3-2 victory over Bedford, a 2-2 tie versus Western Valley, and a 7-4 loss, to Sackville. Yarmouth, with a must-win situation last night, came away with a 5-4 victory over Sackville. They tied Western Valley 2-2 and lost to Bedford 3-1. So as I said, both of these teams with 3 points, 1-1-1 records. The winner of this will have 5 points and the number 3 seed. The loser sticks at 3 points, and we'll have to wait and see what happens in our last game of the round robin. And that's a game that, it won't be up next on our schedule, but next to next. And that will happen at 4 o'clock between Western Valley and Glace Bay. Coming up next after this, we have a very entertaining skills competition, and that's scheduled to start at 2 o'clock. Representatives from each team will compete in various skill events, from skating to stick handling to shooting, very much like the NHL All-Star Game. And I hope you can join us for that web stream as well. We're about to get underway. Coaching for the South Shore Ice Sharks, we have head coach Yves Levesque, assistant coach John Lonis, assistant coach Cy Mayo, assistant coach Nick Yorston, and manager Paul Landry. For the Yarmouth Mariners, head coach Paul McDonald, assistant coach John Greenwood, assistant coach Nick Bork, and manager Lisa Bouchard. Starting in net for Yarmouth, and I believe their only goaltender, the only one I've seen in this tournament, is number 29, Cody Renahan. And in net for the South Shore Ice Sharks, number 1, Nick Croft. A couple scratches on the South Shore lineup. There were some events that were happening, I believe, school-wise, and so Cade Stewart, Nathan Nasrallah, and Cameron Lonis will not be available for today's game or the rest of the tournament. As a result, alternate player number 11, Bryden Myra, will be in the game for the Ice Sharks. Both teams getting some last-minute instructions from their bench. The host Yarmouth Mariners will be in blue, going from right to left on your screen, and in the white uniforms, South Shore going from left to right. A good crowd here today, as obviously with the local team Yarmouth, but South Shore just a couple hours up the road, primarily based out of Bridgewater, but Bridgewater in the surrounding area in terms of the players that they can draw from. So not that far away. Earlier today, we had another important game as the two teams vying for first overall played in a very close game. The Sackville Flyers defeated the Cape Breton County Islanders 5-3, thus ensuring that Sackville were the number 1 seed going into the playoffs, and Cape Breton County will have the number 2 seed. And we're about to get underway. Both crowds very excited as this one gets going. South Shore wins the faceoff. Taking a look. High off the boards to Lonis. Lonis dumps it in deep. Chasing in after it is Nickerson. He's taken out heavy. As both teams want to establish some play early in this game. Pass front, wide open, goes right through the crease. Yarmouth dodged a bullet on that one. Puck at the blue line, both teams fighting for it. Comes out, pushed back into the corner, skating hard after it is Lonis. Forechecking against Goodwin. Goodwin comes away with it. Lead pass. Yarmouth breaks out of their own end, 2-on-2. In the skate, stumped in and peeling off the changes, Greenwood. Myra behind his own net. Breaking out the far side. They're going to get to the blue line and out. Lonis taking off the puck. Dumped in, handled easily by Renahan. Right off to Spencer Surratt. Surratt obviously all right. He kind of left his last game yesterday hurt from a check from behind, but he's starting this game. It's always good to see. That shot long and wide. Spencer Surratt with the puck. Cross to Scott. Scott goes to the half board. Lead pass just into the skates of Ethan Doucette, but Yarmouth able to dump it in. Bouchard going into forecheck. He'll get to the puck first. Gets it back to Scott. Scott and Surratt get crossed up there a little bit, and Surratt gets the puck and gets back in the neutral zone. Yarmouth coming back with it. I said these two teams know each other well. They played each other not only in this, but in the tournament at the end of the year. They've likely been in other tournament games as well. That can be a good thing. You certainly should know tendencies by the time you play a team a number of times. But if there's bad blood, very easy for it to boil up as well. Justin Surratt with it. Surratt gets to the blue line. And not quite holding up is Ethan Olsen. He was not able to just spread that leg back a little bit and stay onside. He was just a little bit ahead of the play. So our first whistle with 12:58 to go here in the first period. Face-off controlled by Yarmouth, but dumped right into the South Shore end. Play in neutral zone right now. Back and forth they go. Chip forward is Greenwood. Greenwood had a great offensive game against Sackville. There's a shot. That one goes just wide on the short side. Back to Warner. Warner takes a look. Can't get it by the defenseman. Has the puck again. Tries to get it through. Hits another shin pad. Chips it in forward and gets back to his defensive position. Back behind his own net is Lowe. Lowe spins away from trouble. Has two bodies. Yarmouth tries to sneak out and get it into the short side. Going back the other way is Darcy. Darcy fighting for the puck in the corner. It's going to get back to Warner. Warner gets it back to Darcy. Darcy could control the pass. Yarmouth tries to get around with it, but they can't find it. Lowe comes away, dumps it down, clearing all the way down the ice. Is going to be right on net, though, so no icing. Yarmouth with some room as South Shore was making changes, but that pass to McDonald just a little ahead of him. Couldn't control the pass. Once again, that lead pass just on the edge of the stick. Coming back the other way, number 7, Nick Landry, and that's an offside for the South Shore Ice Sharks. Face off just outside the blue line, 11:40 to go. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining our live stream coverage of the 2016 Bantam AA Provincial Championships through MC Media from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Skating hard the other way is Lee. Lee chips it forward to Landry. Landry can't quite control it. Yarmouth has it off the glass and into the neutral zone. Chasing back after it's Goodwin. Back off the boards to Doucette. Doucette back to Nickerson. Now it's Bouchard's turn. He's going round and round the boards on both sides. Yarmouth does finally get it out. Be interesting to see if either of these teams, they seem a little bit tentative right now. Nobody doing a whole lot. Both teams know what is at stake in this game, and as a result, maybe a little jittery as everyone has to find their legs a little bit at the beginning of the game. Yarmouth peels off the change, giving the Ice Sharks a lot of room. With that lot of room, it was fired along the bench and didn't really look for his own player. Puck in the corner. Both teams fighting for it. Gets back. There's a long shot. Goodwin shoots that one wide. Chasing it after is Nickerson. Chips it forward. South Shore comes away with it. Skating behind their own net. A little bit of room, but picked off nicely there by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald tries to the far side, just goes through the crease. Fitzgerald has the puck in his skates. He's knocked off his skates. Back to the point to Nickerson. Nickerson with a long wrist shot. It goes off a defenseman's leg. And now cleared down the ice by the Ice Sharks, and that'll be an icing with 10 minutes even to go here in the first period. Yarmouth still looking for their first shot. 3 shots for the Ice Sharks, but honestly, 2 of them were clearing down the ice that have to be right on net. Not a lot of real offensive opportunity for either team right now, as both teams trying to establish what type of game they're going to play today. Face off to the right of Croft. Controlled by the Ice Sharks. Mosier up around the half wall, around the wall. Lonis goes cross ice. Tries to get the pass back. Doesn't quite get there. Picked off in the neutral zone. Nice play by Darcy. Darcy comes in with people. Takes a look. Passes over the shot. And that one doesn't get through. Both teams fighting for position in front of the net. Yarmouth comes away with it, back to the point. Not a lot of time there for Scott. He quickly got rid of it into the corner. Smart move. Yarmouth pinches it well from the line. That one just goes wide. Ice Sharks should have some time to clear it this time. But Yarmouth still able to keep it in. Yarmouth with some good pressure, still looking for that initial shot on net, though. Held in at the line, but not quite by Spencer Surratt. 2-on-1 break for the Ice Sharks. Pass over, cleared away by the Yarmouth defense. That one just goes outside. Now Yarmouth breaking back the other way with numbers, 2-on-2. Peeling off to change as Darcy by himself, and a wrist shot easily steered away, but Yarmouth gets that first shot on net. Doucette overskates it. The Ice Sharks break into center. Goodick trying to get that puck in, couldn't. Almost got his legs tied up in there. Went after the check. Puck back in the neutral zone. Speidel can't quite play it. He'll chase after it. Forechecking is Yarmouth, but Speidel gets to it first. Going along the boards to Mayo. Mayo chips it forward. Nice play. That was close to an offside as well. As Glover just staying onside. He's got the puck behind the net, though. Spins away. Tries to cycle it down. Yarmouth right there to play it. Back again is Bouchard. Bouchard cross ice. Nice pass to Doucette. Doucette gets it chipped away. Nice defensive play by the Ice Sharks. Yarmouth comes right back the other way, clears it in. That one goes off the goaltender, up into the mesh. Face off to goaltender Nick Croft's right. 7:56 to go here in the first period. Shots on net, 4-2. No real scoring opportunities as yet. As I've said before, it looks like this game's still looking to find its legs. Quick shot. Best scoring opportunity of the game for Yarmouth, and that was number 8, Ethan Olson, right off the draw, gathering the loose puck and firing a quick wrist shot. Croft able to get into the butterfly and take away the 5-hole. Back to the point to Goodwin. High off the glass. Goodwin grabs it, fires it back in. Yarmouth able to control some pressure here. Gets back to Goodwin. Goodwin once again chips it into the corner. Knocks down his the person number Mark Sabian. MJ Cook, excuse me. Ice Sharks whip it around the wall, and it will get out. As Surratt couldn't quite keep that in. Yarmouth fires it back in, goes in for a change. That gives the South Shore time to get out. Big check. Might be a interference or a charging. Wait for the call. Penalty definitely on Yarmouth, and the call is head contact. Head contact is going to be a 2 or a 4, and based on the speed of the check, it'll shock me if it's not a 2, if it's not a 4. And it is indeed number 14, Ian Fitzgerald, with a 4-minute head contact penalty. South Shore tried to make some late changes. They're officially the visiting team on this, so they do not get the last change. They'll have to stay out with who they have. That automatically gets rid of the centerman taking the face off. Somebody has to go in to take the face off. South Shore with a great opportunity to actually establish some pressure in the Yarmouth zone with a 4-minute power play. Yarmouth, midway through the first period, has some work to do in order to kill this off. South Shore breaking out. Lead pass into the skates, picked up nicely though by Brown. Brown gains the zone. Still has it. Tries to get it back to Lonis, and that goes all the way down the ice. Skating hard, forechecking is Greenwood. Greenwood chasing after Sabian. Greenwood does have the puck. He's just going to lag it in the corner, looking to kill time. Breaks away from one forechecker. Breaking out with lots of space, though. Nice move to get away is Lonis. Lonis gains the blue line, has the chance. Goes to his right, still has the puck. Still looking in front, behind the net. Doesn't make the pass. There's the quick shot. Renahan with the save. Pass from Lonis to the slot. The shot off the post. The rebound. Goal. No, not a goal. The first one was off the post. The second one missed an empty net. A little bit of save, a little bit of luck. The score's still 0-0, and Renahan gets through that one. We'll have to wait for our next whistle to get a good replay of that. The first one I definitely saw. Not sure how the player on the far side of the net missed the open net, but he did. 2:34 to go in the power play. Yarmouth chips it in. Bouchard going in, chasing after Speidel. Speidel gets the lead pass. And that one cleared out by Yarmouth just into the neutral zone. The Ice Sharks, making some changes. Sorry about that. Local team Ice Dogs from Barrington. I just have to call them South Shore. Nice check there on Bowers, but he stays on his feet. Pass in front, looking for the one-timer. It doesn't happen. Yarmouth finds the puck and clears it down the ice. And that's the first half of the 4-minute head contact penalty cleared. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Yarmouth halfway through a PK. South Shore with still plenty of time to do something on this power play. We have a whistle as Yarmouth clears it out, and here is that replay. So here's the first attempt. Pass in front. We'll wait for it. Wide open shot. Ting! It goes off the other side, and the other person goes to shoot it, and we're not sure what he did with it, but he didn't put it in the net. Nice to have a big video replay screen here in the Yarmouth Mariner Center. It certainly had both sides wondering what happened. The South Shore side wondering how it didn't go in. The Yarmouth side glad it didn't. Some sort of discussion right now happening. Not sure what that discussion's about. Discussion with the official timekeeper. 4:47 to go here in the first period. 1:41 in the power play for South Shore. South Shore leading in shots 5-4. A couple very close calls there at the end of the first 2 minutes of the power play. And I think we're about to get ready now. Might have been a slight timing adjustment. Now the coach for the Yarmouth trying to get an explanation as to what's happening as well. And we're back to the timekeeper's bench. And they took the time's 1:44. That's a lot of time wasted for a second on the clock. Coming back the other way is Brown. Brown has the puck, makes a nice inside move, tripped up by number 10, Ryan Warner. Warner fooled on that outside in move by Brown. Brown had him beat. Warner got his stick into Brown's feet, and that was an easy call. So for 1 minute and 34 seconds or less, a two-man advantage for the South Shore Ice Sharks. Face-off will be deep in the Yarmouth zone, probably to the left of goaltender Cody Renahan. Golden opportunity here with 4.5 minutes to go in the first period for the Ice Sharks. Yarmouth controls the face-off into the corner, hard off the boards. Myra stops it at the point, goes cross ice, lots of time. There's the shot. Glove save, Renahan. And there are indeed horns in the fans today. Yarmouth controls the face-off again, gets it behind the net. Can't quite get a hold of his good one. Goes it high against the boards. Myra has it. He'll go cross ice. Back to Myra. Tips off the Yarmouth player's stick. And that's number 8, Ethan Olsen, with the good active stick at the blue line. Coming through the middle. Olsen still the one body clogging up the middle. That's Brown. Brown stops. Takes his time. He's got lots of room. Everyone's staying around the outside. Finally, somebody for South Shore gets in front. Lots of room in front. Saved by Renahan. He couldn't control the rebounds, and it was cleared aside by the Yarmouth defense. Another shot from the point. Easily handled. Ice Sharks have it again. Coming down that way is Sabian. Sabian goes cross ice. Back to Sabian. Back and deep into the corner. Back to Sabian with a hard pass. Here's a wrist shot. Blocker save. Yarmouth can't quite clear that puck, and they're taken off of it. Lots of room now. Goes right through the crease. Sabian has the puck in the corner. Goes behind the net. South Shore with some great pressure. Back to the point. Lots of room. Slap shot. Big glove save. Cody Renahan. Shots on net now 10-4. Renahan standing tall during this power play. 17 seconds left in the two-man advantage. 3:19 to go in the first period. Yarmouth taking that whistle for a change. Both sides actually making a change right now. Still a 5-on-3 opportunity for 17 seconds. Yarmouth chips it forward, gets to the point. That's Bowers. Slap shot. That one's high and wide by Myra. Goes back the other way. Back into the corner. Back to Myra. Myra's got room. There's people in front. Good active stick again by number 7, Jude Greenwood. Greenwood. That one goes high into the mesh, causing a whistle. First power play is over. 25 seconds to go in the initial 4-minute power play. 3:01 to go in the first period. Face-off will be to Renahan's left again. This time the face-off controlled by South Shore. Back to the point. Walking in with his Bowers. Bowers harassed at the point. Just has to throw it in deep. Yarmouth chases after it. That is Olsen with it. Tries to get it out. Doesn't get enough on it. Goes back around the other way. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Another hard check from behind. Got to be careful about those ones. Yarmouth gets it, chips it over and down the ice. And that should effectively kill off the penalty, and we are now at even strength. Yarmouth comes back the other way, going for it. Yarmouth with numbers. That's McDonald going after it. He stops, passes in front, can't get through the maze of players. It goes to the blue line. Long wrist shot. Gets through traffic. Nice save, Croft. Hard to see those ones going through a bunch of legs. South Shore coming back the other way now. They chip it in deep and then take the change. Scott with it. Scott turns. Cycles it back to Goodick. Goodick tries to get away from the forecheck. Yarmouth breaks out. They have some numbers. 3-on-2. Tries to go between the legs of the defenseman. Good work, though, to try to get the puck again. Both teams fighting for it. Good work there by Yarmouth. South Shore with the numbers. Both teams still trying to come away. Coming back this way is Landry. Landry gets some room. He's going to go back to the middle. Has a little more room, but Yarmouth able to get it to the blue line, but not quite out. That shot from the point easily steered aside by Renahan. 1:22 to go in the first period. Yarmouth behind their own net. They go around the boards to Bouchard. Bouchard can't stop it. Keeping it in is Low. Going back the other way for Yarmouth is Goodick. Goodick chips it away from one forechecker. That's Doucette who gets it past. Yarmouth gets it to the neutral zone, but fired right back in by South Shore. Before all that rash of penalties, Yarmouth actually had a bit more control in play. Since the power play, though, it looks more like the South Shore has found their game a little bit more. Justin Goodwin with the puck at the sideboard. It goes to the point. Slap shot. Can't get by the skaters. South Shore comes away with it. There's a great opportunity just wide on the far side. Yarmouth coming away with it now. They should be able to gain the zone. Ethan Olsen gets to the red line, dumps it in deep, and then chases. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Yarmouth in forechecking. Olsen has it. Olsen loses it. Low behind the net, gets it to the point. Yarmouth cannot hold the line. Firing it right back in, though. Going back after it is Myra. Myra comes, nice lead pass to Brown. Brown take it away, though. Here's a wrist shot into the glove. Shot by Ethan Olsen. Nick Croft equal to the task. 7.6 seconds to go here in the first period. Still a 0-0 tie. Face off to Croft's right. Yarmouth gets control. One last attempt. Crit wrist shot just goes wide. Nice hard wrist shot by Max Nickerson. He gets back, fired down the ice with no time left on the clock. So at the end of one, we're all knotted up at 0 apiece. Shots on net at the end of one period. Favor South Shore 12-6. Many of those shots coming during a 4-minute power play and a 2-minute two-man advantage during that power play. Renahan made some good saves. The post helped out a little bit. However you want to look at it, it's still a 0-0 game. Both teams taking this opportunity to do some on-ice coaching, maybe make some adjustments as to the game. I'm sure the Yarmouth coach is telling them that it's time to speed up again. I'll take the opportunity to take a quick 30 seconds, and we'll be right back for the start of the second period. We're about to get underway. Face off at center ice. Even strength once again. Check at center ice as both players go flying. Back to the point. Yarmouth has it. Long wrist shot goes off. There's going to be a breakaway. Coming in is South Shore. Here's the attempt. Caught from behind by the Yarmouth, who ties up his stick, and the shot never got taken. Long shot, ooh, right in front was number 6, Carter Lee. Could not get his stick on the puck for a deflection. South Shore still coming away with it. There behind Yarmouth's net. Pass in front. Surratt there, able to pick it off. He's skating out with it. Spencer Surratt goes wide to his right, has some speed. Pass in front, looks for the trailer, just a little in front of him. Breaking in is O'Donnell. Back to Greenwood. Greenwood dumps it behind the net. That's Myra. Myra gets it in the neutral zone. Yarmouth will change. They still need to tag up. Coming back the other way is Bowers. Set the wall. Wrist shot through a screen. There's one save. There's a rebound. Open net. Renahan out of position, but South Shore unable to capitalize on that great opportunity. Has a little bit scrambling in front of the Yarmouth net. Yarmouth breaking out now. That's Bouchard. Weaving his way through the neutral zone before chipping it in deep. Back to the point. Hard off the glass. Deep into the corner again. Yarmouth forechecking, but South Shore coming away with it. Yarmouth does come back with it. This time it's Doucette. Doucette back to the point. Hard shot. Puck, both teams looking for it. Yarmouth swinging. Yarmouth missing. It goes behind the net. Once again back to the point. Controlled at the point and put right back deep. Hard check by South Shore. They didn't call the first one. They called the second one. Lots of pushing and shoving. There's going to at least be one penalty. We'll see whether or not there's any more as a result of everything else. And there's definitely going to be more. Once again, I'd like to remind all of our viewers that aren't family members that these are 13 and 14-year-olds. That's the Bantam level. They could be 15 if they've had a birthday sometime here in 2016. We have an initial penalty for South Shore, and then we have the second penalty that happened during the scrum where And I saw the second referee make that call. I think one might be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. We'll wait for the official call. We tend to have issues with the penalty doors. Too many people that aren't that happy going into the penalty box, jamming the butt end of their stick into the opening lever that tends to unlatch it. By the end of a hockey season, it doesn't stay on very well. So our first penalty that we have up there is, I think, that initial check, number 84, Tommy Myra, for 2 minutes. We'll see whether the other penalty is I'm seeing 4 skaters on the bench, on the ice, so I'm thinking that the next penalty might be a 10-minute misconduct instead of just a 2-minute minor. Referee going over to explain the penalty to the South Shore coach. All right, so, and the next is a 4-minute penalty to number 6, Carter Lee. Golden opportunity for Yarmouth, much similar to the golden opportunity that South Shore had midway through the first period. Now it's Yarmouth's turn to see if they can turn the tide from the perspective of having some sort of play in the South Shore end. Yarmouth still with South Shore still with 4 skaters on. Okay, one more is going off. There we go. And one more is coming on. There we go. I think we're all set now, 5-on-3, the way it should be. Face off to Croft's right. Once again, having some issues. They're just getting the 4-minute penalty first, I guess, to number 6, Carter Lee, and then the 2-minute penalty to 84, Tommy Myra. All right, I think we're set now. Face off, controlled by Yarmouth, back to the point. Hard slap shot, steered aside by Croft. Yarmouth still has control, nobody in front. Pass up to Nickerson, it skips over his stick. He had lots and lots of room and a lot of skating, a lot of angle. Back pass to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with the wrist shot. It goes off of a leg. Back to the point. Nothing on that shot. That was like a fan at the point, escaping back the other way. The 2-man disadvantage, putting himself offside, however, is number 18, Colton Lonis. If he had actually held control of the puck, he can actually go in before the puck. But where he lost control of the puck and then re-picked it up after going over the blue line, that's why the offside call. 12:15 to go here in the second period. Still a lot of 2-man advantage time for Yarmouth, a minute and a half. They're going to come away with it. They certainly have numbers. A weak lead pass. Sometimes you have a little too much time to think about what you're doing when you have a 2-man advantage instead of just playing the way you were playing before. Back to the point. That one just out of reach. Clogging up the front. That's Scott. With the wrist shot through a crowd, it doesn't quite make it. South Shore able to get that rebound and fire it away. There should be a lot of room for a weak side pass when you have 5-on-3. You just have to get the people in place. Yarmouth gains the zone, chips it in deep, high off the glass, and out. Skating hard the other way, we have number 18 coming in with a breakaway. Here's the shot. Big save, Renahan. Colton Lonis with the best scoring opportunity with a 2-man disadvantage for South Shore. Surrett with a hard slap shot off the glove, and Yarmouth unable to control the rebound. Yarmouth breaking in the other way. That's going to be offside. They've got a bench they could jump over instead of coming into the playing end, but they don't use it. A very sloppy first minute and 42nd of a 2-man advantage for the Yarmouth Mariners. Where the Ice Sharks had a lot of control of play and a lot of opportunity, the Mariners nary a one. Best scoring opportunity coming shorthanded by South Shore with a breakaway, and Renahan keeping the game scoreless. Yet again, we're at the timekeeper's box. And why we're there now, I have no idea. Both teams waiting for the puck to drop. "21 seconds until a one-person man advantage. South Shore gets control of the face-off, but can't get it down the ice. Coming in is McDonald. McDonald has the puck deep, gets it to Warner. One-timer, big hard slap shot, just goes wide, dangerously off the backboard, going in front. But even though they had two more men out there, Yarmouth not in a position to actually pick up any type of rebound. That one picked away again. South Shore coming away with it. Bowers tries to break through two defensemen, gets it in deep. Going back the other way is Bouchard. Bouchard stops, turns, skates away from the forechecker. One power play over, 1:41 to go, and a one-man advantage now for Yarmouth. Nice lead pass. Up to Doucette. Doucette goes wide, behind the net. Stops, looks, kicks it over to one of his own players. Having trouble getting control of it from his feet is McDonald, I think. Doucette goes in there. He can't get out with it. Great work by the defense of South Shore. Able to kill a lot of time. Yarmouth does finally come away with it. Looking. Spinning away is Bouchard. Bouchard with a cross-ice pass. One-timer, fan. Great opportunity. They actually had the puck where they wanted to get the puck. Once again, no control at the blue line for Yarmouth. They're unable to hold that line. And South Shore gets the puck down the ice. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Great lead pass. Breakaway for Yarmouth. But Ethan Olsen couldn't quite gather that great lead pass, and South Shore gets it and fires it down. Right on the stick. You can raise your hand, Cody, but it's still a man advantage. There's no icing. Coming back the other way is Yarmouth, still with a man advantage for 25 seconds. Good forechecking by South Shore again. Breaking out is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets the line, dumps it in, and chases. He'll get to that puck first, tries to chip it forward. Good work there by Mosier. Mosier gets it around the boards to Goodwin. Goodwin goes cross ice. Nickerson with a hard slap shot, steered aside by Croft. Both teams fighting for it in the corner. Yarmouth comes away with it. Power play is over. We're at even strength. South Shore out of the penalty box. Both teams with a great opportunity. South Shore in the first period, Yarmouth in the second period. Neither team able to get that first goal. 8:30 to go here in the second period, still 0-0. Nickerson gathers up that puck. Check that, that's Goodwin. Goes in center. Nice play there by Goodick. Goodick has a man in front. Here's the shot, the pass. Ryan O'Donnell right on his stick. Could not redirect that into the empty cage. Golden opportunity missed by the Mariners. Puck in the corner. Yarmouth still fighting for it. South Shore comes away with it. Hard fought. Almost taken away. Chipped out into the neutral zone. Nickerson can't quite knock that one down. He'll chase it back into his own end. Nickerson takes a look, has some time. The winger not moving. O'Donnell flat-footed at the sidewall. Could have been breaking out with his defenseman, would have had a lot of open ice. As a result, the Ice Sharks still in the Yarmouth zone. Puck goes back the other way. Yarmouth able to get it into the neutral zone. That one might make it all the way down the ice. And it just does clear for an icing call. 7:15 to go here in the second period. Here is the replay. You see this great pass right on the stick. And O'Donnell just can't connect to get that goal. Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Cody Renahan. Shots on net 15-9 in favor of South Shore. 7:15 to go here in the second period. Controlled by South Shore. Unfortunately, Bowers loses it in his feet, and Yarmouth able to gain the neutral zone. Yarmouth breaking away now, being chased. Chip forward, nobody there. Scott goes cross ice to Surratt. Surratt back to Scott, out of his reach. And South Shore will get the puck again. That's Cook with it. Cook fires it back into the neutral zone. Chasing after it is Bowers, but Surratt there first. Doucette with a cross ice pass. Nice feed to McDonald, who gets checked. Back into his own end with it is Bowers. Bowers reverses it. McDonald there tries to chip it in deep. McDonald again. Both teams with 2 players. Back to the point. Quick wrist shot. Not much on it. Yarmouth does get the puck though. 6:20 to go. South Shore with the puck again. And they're going to break out. Yarmouth changing. That's going to be a trip. No, it's not. Breaking back the other way is 19 Tegan Scott. Scott has it, has lots of room. Nice lead pass. Good active stick by number 12, Jensen Glover of South Shore. Glover gets it back, tries to get in deep. Play much in the neutral zone. That one's going to make it all the way down the ice. That's tipped, so no icing. Back up to the point. Landry keeps it in. Stopped by Yarmouth. Back into the neutral zone. Both teams trying to gain some sort of territorial play again. Yarmouth veers away from that check in order to avoid the collision. Gets it in deep and into Lee. Lee reverses and gets it deep into the Yarmouth zone. Chasing it down is Spencer Surratt. Surratt hard along the wall. Ryan Mayo gets it back in. Coming back the other way for Yarmouth is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has some room. Chips it up to the blue line and into the neutral zone. Right back in though. And right back out. A little bit of ping pong hockey happening here. Nobody controlling the puck for very much time. 5:05 to go here in the second period. Both teams still looking for their first goal. Yarmouth needs the change. Slap shot high and hard off the glass for an icing. Shots on net remain 15-9 now for South Shore. Our score 0-0. We'd like to thank once again everyone for joining our live web stream through MC Media, bringing you the 2016 Bantam AA Provincial Championships from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Opportunity, that goes off the Yarmouth stick and over the net. South Shore has it. Opportunities in front, nobody chasing. Back to the point. Here's a hard wrist shot. It gets through a crowd. Hard check after the fact. South Shore still has the puck. They try to jam it in, and Renahan closes the pads. Gets up tight against that short side post and is able to control the rebound, stopping the play with 4:41 remaining. And now we have a penalty by the looks of the ushering of a Yarmouth player. And that Yarmouth player is number 13, Ryan O'Donnell. Once again, a conversation with the referee. The referees do not need to hold these conversations. In this case, he is. If you're going to start to do it for one, you're going to do it all game. It is a 4-minute, likely being another head contact penalty. So with 4:41 to go here in the second period, South Shore with a 4-minute power play. Puck goes behind the Yarmouth net. Yarmouth gets it, chips it out into the neutral zone. Yarmouth able to gain control. That's Greenwood with it. Gets it into the South Shore end. Bit of a fan on that clearing. Gets it to the neutral zone. South Shore finally does gain control. Bowers with it. Offside. Was indeed a 4-minute contact to the head or head contact penalty against O'Donnell of the Mariners. South Shore with a great opportunity to go into the dressing room between the second and third period with a lead. Yarmouth looking to avoid that from happening. Yarmouth gets control of the puck, fires it up high and down the ice. Chasing it down the other way is Carter Lee. Lee has the puck. Lead to Cook. Cook, Lee's pass. There's a slap shot. It goes off a defenseman and just up high. That deflection could have been disastrous for the South Shore on the power play. Breaking out the other way, though, they come. Good forecheck from behind. Yarmouth gets it into the neutral zone. South Shore has to tag up, just fires it in deep. That gives Yarmouth time, Warner time to find it, shoot it, and clear it all the way down the ice. Back is Mosier. Mosier with a weak clearing pass. Yarmouth able to pick it up. That's Doucette with it behind the net. He takes a hard check. Two of the players there behind, though, so not many man advantage here. Coming back the other way is Sabian. Sabian goes rink wide just ahead of Lonis. Lonis chasing it down in deep into the Yarmouth zone. Yarmouth with the puck. Two South Shore players fighting for it. They do come away with it momentarily. Great work behind there by the Yarmouth defense. High off the glass and down the ice. That was great work. Great work by number 11, Nickerson for Yarmouth. Ripped around the boards, too hard. South Shore is going to control it, though, and gain the zone. Nickerson looked to pinch a little bit, thought better of it, being on the penalty kill right now. Coming back the other way is Landry. Yarmouth finds it, fires it down the ice. The first half of the penalty is killed. 2:28 to go here in the second period. That one's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing. That lead pass out of the range of everybody. They tried to chip it off the board. South Shore did. It was ahead of everyone and made it all the way down the ice. 2:24 to go in the second period. 1:43 in the power play. Shots on net, 16-9 in favor of South Shore. But in that all-important goal scoring, nobody able to make it past either goaltender as of yet. Coming hard back the other way is Speidel. Speidel goes to his left, has some room, goes behind the net, taken out by the Yarmouth player. Still with the puck, reverses it to Mayo. Myra has it. Back to Mayo. Now it's Mayo. Mayo gets it over to Landry. Landry behind the net. Good cycle of the puck, but they need to actually do something more than cycle it and get that body in front. Cross ice pass. There's a wrist shot. It goes off the skate and wide. Back into the corner. Back behind the net. Now Landry can't get it. Pass in front. That was dangerous. Slap shot from the point. That goes through a crowd. Back to the point again. Speidel gets it in deep. Back to Landry. Landry back to Speidel. Yarmouth fighting for it. South Shore comes away with it on the backhand. Hits the Yarmouth player. Yarmouth tries to clear it. Not much on that one. Just outside. Offside called. 38 seconds, and that whistle is what Yarmouth needed for a change. They were hemmed into their own end for a number of minutes or a number of seconds there. Shots on net remain 16-9, 38 seconds to go in the power play, 1:19 in the second period. Yarmouth a little over half a minute from killing their second 4-minute power play of the period off. Skating back after is Scott. Scott gets it to the neutral ice. Low goes cross ice to Mosier. Mosier dumps it in deep. Yarmouth going back for it. They do get there first. Can't get anything hard on that clearing attempt, though. Pass in front. South Shore with it again. They've got some room. Looking to jam it in the short side, and Renahan able to slide over there. Use some good lateral motion. Little extracurricular from Spencer Surratt at the end there. Nothing too dangerous. But I believe he is being called. And they're offsetting penalties. Surratt and I want to say Speidel. We'll wait till the actual number comes up. Looked like unsportsmanlike. It was basically roughing after the whistle. Call it what you will. It was extracurricular activity. The referee's seen enough of it, sending them both to cool down for the rest of this period and the first minute of the next. Face-off coming outside for some reason, and they're saying it's because the pass was gloved ahead. Too many men on the ice for Yarmouth as one got out of the box and one came out of the bench. Hey, now we've got 5-on-5 hockey again as the penalty is killed. There's a scrum behind the South Shore net. Coming back the other way. 3-on-2, lots of numbers here for the South Shore at the end. Number 5 with the wrist shot, steered aside. That was low with the shot, easily handled. Coming back with 20 seconds is Yarmouth. Yarmouth with one last chance here. Pass in front, the shot, and it's in! I believe it might have been Zach Darcy. We'll have to wait. There was a pass in front. The initial shot was taken. The save was made. I believe Darcy followed his rebound, was able to jam that in, and we probably have a great shot of that just squeaking over the line with 14.6 seconds to go in the second period. Shots on net 18-11. Goals 1 for Yarmouth, 0 for South Shore. And here's our replay. As you see the pass, it was a nice pass in front. There's a shot and initially a good save, but then there's that puck just making it through. Hometown Yarmouth Mariner faithful, very happy with that. Once again, we're having issues with the bench. Yarmouth gains control, checked off the puck with seconds left. Here comes another opportunity. Loses it in the skates. Here's a quick wrist shot. That one goes up off the mesh, I believe. Sorry, it was 15 Leon Bouchard with the goal. When I saw Darcy celebrating at the bench, I thought maybe it was him. Bouchard with the goal. So all of those nice things I was just saying about Darcy, I meant you, Bouchard. Back to the Yarmouth end. 1 second to go. Dumped deep into the zone. So after Yarmouth kills off a 4-minute penalty for contact to the head late in the game, Yarmouth able to push one past goaltender Nick Croft on a good follow-up rebound by Leon Bouchard. And Yarmouth will go into the dressing room with a 1-0 lead. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us through MC Media on our webcast of the 2016 Bantam AA Provincials, Hockey Nova Scotia's Provincials, coming to you live from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. We're going to take a little bit of a break right now while the Zamboni puts a fresh coat of ice on the ice, fresh coat of water on the ice, and we'll be back for the start of the third period. Thanks for joining us.
is Noel McDonald. I'm number 9. I play forward. I'm from East Kemptville, Yarmouth County, Nova Scotia. My favorite player is Evgeny Malkin.
My name's Ryan. I'm number 13. I'm forward. I'm from Ohio, Shelburne County. My favorite player is Subban.
My name is Taylor Goodick. I'm number 3 defense from Shelburne County. My favorite hockey player is Dion Phaneuf.
My name's Lionel Bouchard. I'm from Clare, number 15. Play forward, and my favorite hockey player is John Scott.
Zach Darcy. I'm from Tuscany, Nova Scotia. I'm number 4. I play forward, and my favorite hockey player is Alex Ovechkin.
My name's Spencer Strat. I'm number 5. I play defense. I'm from Yarmouth County, and my favorite player is PK Subban.
My name is Tegan Scott, number 19. Play defense. From Barrington, and my favorite hockey player is John Scott.
My name's Max Nickerson. I play defense. My number is 11. I'm from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. And my favorite hockey player is Jonathan Tays.
My name's Ethan Olson. My number's number 8. I'm center. I'm from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, Pembroke. And my favorite hockey player is Phil Kessel.
My name's Justin Surratt. I'm number 2. I am forward, and I'm from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, and my favorite player is Dustin Bufflin.
My name is Ryan Warner. I'm number 10. I play defense. I'm from Arcadia, and my favorite player is PK Subban.
My name is Jeremy Charles. My number is 30. My position is goalie. I'm from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, and my favorite hockey player is Hendrik Lundqvist.
Hi, my name is Isaac Nickerson. Number 16. I'm a forward. My favorite hockey player is Nicholas Cromwell, and I'm from Melbourne.
I'm Justin Goodwin. My number is 18. I'm defense from Argyle Sound, and my favorite hockey player is Zach Darcy.
I'm Ian Fitzgerald, number 14. I play forward. I'm from Shelburne County, and my favorite player is Rick Nash.
Hi, my name's Cody Renahan. I'm number 29. I play goalie. I'm from Hubbard's Point, Yarmouth County, Nova Scotia. And my favorite player is Carey Price.
My name's Ethan Doucette. I'm number 17. I play forward. I'm from Argyle, and my favorite hockey player is Zach Darcy.
I'm Jude Greenwood. I'm number 7. I'm forward. I'm from Barrington, and my favorite hockey player is Johnny Gaudreau.
All right, welcome back, hockey fans. Before we get started here, just want to give a shout out from Justin Surrett to his grandfather Henry, who's watching. Best wishes from us at MC Media. Breaking back the other way, a hard wrist shot over the net. We're at even strength here to start the third period. How long that lasts is anyone's guess. South Shore whips it back behind the net. That's Goodwin with it. Goodwin chasing it down, gets it to the point. That's going to be held in. Back in front. Nickerson almost loses control of it. That's held in at the point. And that time puck does get out momentarily, so we have an offside with 14:21 to go here in the third period. Once again, I'd like to reiterate the importance of this game. It is a winner-take-all situation. Whoever wins the game is going to get into one of the top 4 positions, either 3 or 4, likely 3, in the semifinals tomorrow and play against Cape Breton County. Yarmouth breaking down the other way. Here's a hard wrist shot off the arm and, harmlessly off to the side. That was a good opportunity for Yarmouth. Nick Croft with a great save. Yarmouth unable to hold that. They get it partially in, but South Shore able to come away. They've got numbers, 2-on-1 with speed. Coming down that way is Landry. Landry passes it in front. That's just too far. Mosier keeps it in. Yarmouth high off the glass. Both teams looking for it. Quick wrist shot, gloved out of the air by Cody Renahan. So it's a winner-take-all. However, and here's the replay. Here's that wrist shot, and as we see it just out of frame. And there it is. Right off the arm, landing just to the side, but nobody there for Yarmouth in time to get the puck. Mosier couldn't handle that one and skips over him. Sabian back for it, high off the glass. To Glover. Glover loses control momentarily. Picks it up and dumps it in deep. That one takes a little bit of a side step on the bounce. Coming hard the other way, we've got Goodick. Players bouncing off one another. Yarmouth avoids the check. Skating hard the other way. That's 17 Sabian going to get there first for South Shore. Holding off the Yarmouth forechecker. And that was Greenwood. Coming back the other way. Sabian gets it again, goes around the wall. South Shore able to clear the zone. Nice lead pass, just a little in front. That's going to be icing. That one just in front of number 12, Jensen Glover, and that's going to come all the way down the ice with 12:50 to go here in the third period. Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Nick Croft. Yarmouth Mariners 1, South Shore Ice Sharks, no score. Face-off, pushed back into the South Shore zone. They'll whip it around, looking to get it out. Up into the neutral zone. That's a big shot, blindsided there by number 14, Justin Brown, got hit hard. That could have very easily been a head contact penalty because it certainly looked like the head was the main first contact point. Yarmouth with the puck. Softly off the boards. They're not finding that winger, not breaking out of their own end, not making that first initial pass. Darcy with it. Darcy with the lead pass right on the stick to Greenwood. Nice move inside out, loses control. Greenwood makes a great move to free himself, but then loses control of the puck and never gets a shot off. Yarmouth again has it. Pass in front, that's Greenwood. Green with the backhand, it goes harmlessly wide. O'Donnell. And the net, I think, is off the moorings. Yes, it is. And I say moorings, not much of a mooring. It's really just a bit of a nub that's in there. And unfortunately, once it goes off once, it tends to go off quite often. They'll probably lift it up and try to jam it down there as best they can. Face-off will be to Croft's left. 11:54 to go in the third period. An edge-of-your-seat sort of a game in terms of amount of goals being scored and the importance of the game. A lot of Yarmouth fans here, a lot of South Shore fans here as well. We've got a full arena here watching the 2016 Bantam AA Provincials. We're glad that MC Media has been able to provide live streaming of the event for you. We've got two more coverage points today. At 2 o'clock, a skills competition, and at 4 o'clock, our last game of the round robin, Western Valley versus Glace Bay. Tomorrow's coverage starts at 8:30 with semifinal 1, semifinal 2 at 10:30, and the championship game at 2 o'clock. Yarmouth breaking out of their own end. Nice move to get away from traffic is Nickerson. Dumped ahead, not quite able to reach it though on the other side is Ethan Doucette. Yarmouth looking to keep the puck in. They get it into the corner. Skating hard after it is Lee. Lee goes high off the glass. Kept in at the point. Wrist shot through a crowd. Yarmouth will get there first. There's a quick opportunity. The shot, save, and he gathers in the rebound. Croft, great positioning to be there, blocking that first shot, finding that puck, and covering it up for the whistle. 10:53 to go here in the third period. Shots on net getting a little bit closer right now, 20-15 South Shore. Yarmouth never able to climb out of that shot hole from that first period two-man advantage or two-man disadvantage that Yarmouth had and South Shore had. And they put a lot of pressure on, but weren't able to actually score. Face off. Bit of a scrum. Yarmouth will come away with the puck, but just fire it behind the net. Lee with it. Lee loses possession. Yarmouth has it. Checked hard off. Lots of checking going on right now. Yarmouth pinches in and are luckily able to keep that in. They're still pushing. They're still shoving. The puck's nowhere near the pushing and shoving. And finally, we have a penalty. Here's that first check. He had the puck. Actually, Yarmouth protecting themselves a little bit there. It was much later that the penalty was called, and I believe it's number 6, Carter Lee. 2 minutes for roughing. Once again, as a visiting squad, South Shore trying to get some people out a little too late after the hands up for the officials. Yarmouth with 10:28 to go here in the third period with a great opportunity to add an insurance goal. O'Donnell knocks that down at the blue line, has the puck, kicks the shot, kick save, the rebound. That one can't get through the defense. Great opportunity on the rebound for Yarmouth. O'Donnell with a great shot to get things going. Back to the point to Scott. Scott gets it down deep. They go through the crease, but unable to actually find the Yarmouth player. That one's going to go all the way back to goaltender Nick Croft, who grabs it out of the air and holds on for the whistle. .133 to go in the power play. 10 minutes even in the third period. South Shore able to get that change that they wanted on at the beginning of this penalty kill. Yarmouth gains control, back to the point to Surratt. Surratt finds it in his feet, tries to get it through. O'Donnell looking for the puck. He's not going to get there. South Shore is there first, getting the puck cleared down the ice. Renahan unable to control that for his own defenseman, making it a little more tricky. But they are able to get there first. Oh, a very dangerous pass right through the center of the ice. Coming back is O'Donnell. O'Donnell tries to cross ice to Darcy just in front of him. Darcy gets it back to the point. Slap shot from Doucette. The pass, that one just can't get through. Yarmouth with a great opportunity looking to go to the weak side and a wide open player, but unable to actually get that puck there. Tegan Scott with it now. Scott circling in his own end. Lead pass. That's a lot of ice covered. McDonald with it. He turns. Blindly fires it into the corner. That's Doucette with it. Doucette can't gather it in. And once again, sloppy play by Yarmouth. They're unable to control the puck on the power play. This one's going to go right to Renahan. And with number 18, Colton Lonis, bearing down on him, Renahan takes the face-off. 27 seconds to go in the power play. There's that opportunity. Just great stick work there, actually. That wasn't a miss by Yarmouth. That was good defense. by South Shore. A little under a half minute to go in this power play for Yarmouth. Yarmouth looking for some insurance. South Shore looking for the equalizer. Doucette tries to get around, can't get by the defense. South Shore able to get it and fire it down the ice. Nickerson with it, he stops. Nickerson gets it up to Goodwin. Goodwin lead past Doucette. Doucette fires it in deep and then chases it. He'll get there first. Once again, good defensive work by South Shore. Breaking in nicely there as Goodwin's able to keep it. He spins around away from traffic, gets it away from the referee. Now it's Goodwin that has it to McDonald. McDonald tries to go through the player. Easily off the shin pads. Spins. Bouchard with it. Bouchard loses it. Power play now over. We're at full strength for both teams. That's Mosier with it. Mosier with the lead pass. Gets it up to Glover. Glover with a wrist shot. Just gets by the Yarmouth player. Off the boards, coming the other way now is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has some room, goes cross ice with a nice feed to Olsen. Olsen has some room, takes the wrist shot, clubbed out of the air, rebound there, not covered, cleared away by South Shore. Back into the neutral zone, Yarmouth has it again and tries to chip it in deep. They can't quite get it there. Breaking in for South Shore. Taylor Goodick with it. Goodick with the lead pass. Opportunity for Yarmouth. Once again, Olsen has the puck and then throws it way in front of himself and can't control it afterwards. Coming back the other way to Sabian. Sabian has it at the sideboard. There's a quick shot. It's a goal! Sabian whips it around. And if he turns around, I'll see if I can get a number for you. Sabian with the assist. Potentially number 18, Colton Lonis, will wait for the official score, but it was Sabian that got the puck at the half board, threw it on the net hard and low, and right there for the rebound, as you'll see it coming up now. Here's the shot, there's the save, and there's the puck going underneath. So with 7:06 to go in the third period, a brand new hockey game. Scott gets it over to Surratt. Pass in front. Yarmouth gets the opportunity right back. Once again, the puck scramble at the top of the crease, but Yarmouth unable to do much with it after that. Darcy going in after it. Yarmouth coming away with it. There's room. The shot. Another save. Couple of good saves there by Nick Croft as Yarmouth looking to bounce right back. Those shots on net that at one time were pretty wide, now pretty even at 23-21 in favor of South Shore. With 6:34 to go here in the third period, it's a 1-1 game. A tie is a tie in the round robin. Going back after it is Goodwin. He just chips it forward. O'Donnell goes after it. He keeps it in momentarily. South Shore fighting for it. They'll get it to neutral ice, and Goodwin will try to fire it back in. He can't control the puck, though. Nice lead pass just out of the reach of Colton Lonis. Icing called. Face-off will come all the way deep and down into the Ice Sharks' end. 6:10 remaining in this third period. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Joining MC Media for our continuing coverage of the 2016 Bantam AA Provincials from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Yarmouth tries to just push that one forward to Croft. He's unable to do that, though. Breaking back the other way. South Shore has it, one-on-one. Coming out is number 17, Sabian again. Sabian stops, looks for somebody in front. Can't quite get there. That's Lonis chasing it, fires it towards the net, and it's in! Once again from the same area of the ice. This one's fired. It might have hit off for somebody. It certainly hit off Renahan after that. Bounced over his shoulder and into the net. We'll see if we can get a replay on that. Might have a better view of what happened. But two quick goals back to back here in the third period. digs South Shore out of a hole, gives them the 2-1 lead. Puts Yarmouth on their heels and seeing whether or not they can actually come back. Here's our replay. Here's the shot. And I can't tell if it hit the player in front or if it just went off the goaltender. But it did bounce into the net after that shot. Number 14, Justin Brown, officially with that goal. Face off in the neutral zone now, 5:44, and Yarmouth's going to have to put a little more pressure on South Shore to get back into this game. That one goes hard off the boards into the neutral zone. That'll clear it for Yarmouth. Yarmouth just gets it not even to center. That one goes off the official. Yarmouth could very easily have been called for a head contact on that one too, and certainly not when they want to take any penalties at this stage of the game when they're looking to get back into the game. Checking attempt by Yarmouth. That one goes a little wide. It gets back to the point. Wrist shot through a crowd, off of a leg, harmlessly to the side, off the boards, and that's Glover with it. Glover tries to fire it in. Once again, South Shore with some numbers, quickly fired away from danger to Fitzgerald. Lead pass. That one's going to be thrown in. Once again, lots of bodies tangling up with one another through the change. Yarmouth just gets it into the neutral zone. Darcy fires it back in. It's off people and officials. Darcy can't hang on to it. That's going to be gloved. No, it's not. Coming back with numbers. Skating hard with it. Darcy gets there and actually takes the play away. Good back checking by John Darcy. There it goes back to the point. Hard slap shot. Kicked out by Renahan. Yarmouth coming back the other way. Darcy taking off the puck. Coming hard the other way is Brown. Check attempted. Goes right back to Brown. A weak clearing attempt. Behind the net is Lowe. Lowe in front. And we have a penalty. And that penalty is Spencer Surratt. There's a lot of stuff happening there. Surratt not very happy. Yarmouth bench potentially even less happy. A penalty taken with 4:03 to go in a game that you're down by one in. You gotta wait to see what the call is. I didn't see the referee's call. 4:03 to go here in the third period. A two-man advantage. Golden opportunity for South Shore to get one more goal, an insurance goal. Once again, when you open that door, referees, you're going to start talking to the coach on every single call you make. Well, then you're going to talk to every coach for every single call you make. Face-off controlled by Yarmouth, hard off the boards to the point. It goes cross ice to Myra. Myra with a shot. And that was 2 minutes for head contact. It's usually a 4-minute penalty. I say he's pretty lucky just getting the 2. South Shore controlling the puck. They're going to be happy to just control this puck for 2 minutes, and time is definitely in on their side. Going back the other way is Warner. Warner tries to chip it forward. He's not going to get there. Pass in front. It goes through the top of the slot. Yarmouth will get there first. Back behind the net. That's Lonis with it again. Lonis has it. Back to the point. Shot. Going hard for it the other way is Mayo. Mayo stops. Back to the point to Myra. Myra deep into the corner. They're really not trying to do much but keep it away, and for that first minute, that's exactly what they've done. Played keep away against Yarmouth. Yarmouth scrambling to get it. They finally try to shoot it out against their own player. Open ice to center anyway. Lee slaps it right back in, steered aside by Renahan. Yarmouth with some room to get there first. They do get it just to center ice again. That's Myra with it. Fresh legs on for South Shore, and they're going to be able to do this all again. Yarmouth tries to find an open lane, able to clear the blue line, but that's all, and is right back in the Yarmouth zone. Goodick with it. Goodick tries to get it out to the gets to the glove. I think they want to call it glove to head. I'm thinking that the defenseman actually did touch it first. I think he called that in anticipation of a glove forward pass. 33 seconds to go in this power play. 2:35 to go in the game. 2-1 South Shore. Once again, this game very important. A winner will get the third seed. The loser definitely will not be in the playoffs. If it's a tie, all bets are off. It could be a log jam. There's a big kick save and a big rebound. Yarmouth unable to get a hold of it though. Yarmouth holding some pressure now, even though they're killing the penalty. Fighting for the puck, looking for it. South Shore is going to come away with it. Breaking out this way is Glover. Glover's got some room. Nice move inside, then checked off the puck. Yarmouth gets it down the ice after the penalty's killed, and that's going to be an icing. No icing called. So with 1:45 to go, the next question will be, when will Yarmouth pull their goaltender? Yarmouth behind the net. They have the puck. Two players collide. South Shore player gets the worst of that one. Almost the complete teams of their 6 players behind the red line, all looking to fight for this puck. 1:32 to go. Goaltender stays in the crease. The referee's had enough and blows the whistle. So with 1.5 minutes to go in the game, 90 seconds, the score, South Shore Ice Dogs 2, Ice Sharks, sorry, I did that again. And the Yarmouth Mariners 1. Timeout, Yarmouth. So a timeout, Yarmouth. We'll take this time once again to thank everyone for joining us and remind everyone that we do have some continued coverage coming up. A 2 o'clock scheduled start for the skills competition from 2 till probably 3:30. And then at 4 o'clock, the last game of the round robin between Western Valley and Glace Bay. That game all important, especially for Western Valley. Glace Bay out of the competition for the playoffs, for the semifinals with an 0-3 record. Western Valley with 2 points needs a win to be in that log jam of teams with 4 points. So without a win, they will not get anywhere. Glace Bay looking to be a spoiler in that game at 4 o'clock. Once again, we'd like to remind everyone of our coverage tomorrow. 8:30 is semifinal number 1, 10:30 semifinal number 2, and 2 o'clock is the final. Who will be in those finals? All we know for sure is that the number 1 seed is Sackville, and the number 2 seed, Cape Breton County. If South Shore can hold on, they will get the number 3 seed and play Cape Breton County, and we'll have to wait to see who will play Sackville. Yarmouth chips the puck back into the neutral zone. South Shore just looking to fire that in deep off of a Yarmouth player onto the Yarmouth bench. 1:12 to go in the third period. Next time the Yarmouth gets the puck deep into the South Shore end, I think we'll probably see goaltender Cody Renahan making it to the bench. He'll probably be cheating as best as he can to get out of that crease anyway. Goes deep into the Yarmouth end. Goodwin chasing after it. Tries to get it D to Nickerson. It's not there. Nickerson has it now. He goes behind his own bench. Stops, gets away, gets the puck over to Darcy. Yarmouth with numbers. Renahan leaving. Drop pass. Drop pass, nobody there. The long shot for the goal, and it's in! Number 18, Colton Lonis, finds the net from just outside the blue line. Yarmouth broke in with numbers, then lost the puck. Nobody following up close enough to pick up the puck for Yarmouth. South Shore gets there first, turns around. Lonis takes the calculated risk of firing it down the ice. If he's wrong and it's an icing, the puck just comes back. But now with that insurance goal, we've got a few people leaving. It's like an NHL game when the game's out of hand. 47.4 seconds to go. South Shore is going to look to stay out of trouble here. I think they all, and that one's going to be an icing. This is chipped high off the glass by Myra and all the way down the ice for an icing. So with 41 seconds, we'll see whether or not we're going to get Renahan out of the net again. They are waving him forward, so Nothing to lose here for Yarmouth. They need 2 goals. They've got the puck deep in the South Shore end. Renahan out of the net. Yarmouth does get the face-off. There's a quick slap shot off of the goaltender and goes wide. That one was tricky. Goodick tries to keep it in, fighting for it. Once again, South Shore comes away with it. That's a trip. Yarmouth able to get it again, chipping forward, getting it in deep, chasing it down. 22 seconds remaining. That's Greenwood with the puck behind the net. South Shore just looking to lag time, and we have a whistle. And the net is off. That's why we have a whistle. 16.1 seconds, and the net's off in the South Shore end. So the face-off will be, unless Yarmouth knocked the net off, the face-off will be deep in the South Shore territory. But with only 16.1 seconds, it would take nothing short of a miracle for the host Yarmouth Mariners to get back in this game. Goaltender still out. Face off. Late change by the Ice Sharks. Yarmouth just pushes it towards the net. Going after it's McDonald. McDonald gets it back to Scott. Scott with the long shot. It goes off of the shin pads. He'll chase after the puck, and I believe we're going to have empty net goal number 2. And we're not. Yarmouth goes headhunting at the end. South Shore looking to grab their players and just get them out of the way. That was a good defensive move by South Shore, avoiding the obvious intent to injure by the Yarmouth Mariner. Yarmouth Mariner, number 13, O'Donnell, still active with this. Surrounded, and he's not going to be allowed to shake hands. He's being thrown out of the rink, off of the ice. So, full marks to the South Shore Ice Sharks, coming back from a 1-0 deficit after 2 periods to score 3 goals here in the third and go on to get the number 3 seed here in the playoffs. They'll face number 2, the Cape Breton County Islanders, and that would be semifinal number 2 at 10:30 tomorrow. We're going to shake hands here now as the South Shore defeats Yarmouth, host Yarmouth Mariners 3-1. We'd like to once again thank everyone for our continuing coverage through MC Media of the 2016 Bantam AA Provincials, coming to you live from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. On behalf of myself and all of the volunteers in the booth, behind the camera and behind the scenes, we'd like to thank you all for joining us. Hope you'll join us again soon as our coverage continues at 2 o'clock with the skills competition.
For Yarmouth, offensive player of the game is number 4, Zach Darcy. The defensive player of the game for Yarmouth, number 10, Ryan Warner. For South Shore, offensive player of the game, number 18, Colton Long. Defensive player of the game for South Shore, number 14, Justin Brown. All right, fans, it was a hard-fought game. Let's have a big hand for those South Shore. Number 6 from the 2016 Grand Prix Provincials. Coming up at 2 o'clock here on the Tournament Skills Competition. It's going to be 3 against